Right now, noon, the government shutdown approaches a record as the impacts grow, where SNAP benefits stand and what President Trump is telling CBS News about a path forward. Plus, a legendary rock band coming to Camp Randall next summer, when you'll be able to buy tickets. This is News 3 Now at noon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Josh Spreiter. The government shutdown is poised to become the longest in history this week with no end in sight. In an interview on 60 Minutes, President Trump insisted Democrats need to reopen the government before addressing rising health care costs. Natalie Brand starts us off.
As the stalemate on Capitol Hill hits day 34, impacts nationwide grow by the hour. From airport lines stretching out the door in Houston Sunday.
This is insane. I mean, it looks like I will miss my flight.
To food assistance for low-income families, or SNAP, which came to a halt this weekend, impacting more than 40 million Americans, including Rebecca Hall, a mother of 5.
For people like me that pay PS&G, pay rent, transportation, stuff that the kids need, now you're going to have to pick and choose.
2 federal judges have ruled that the administration must tap into contingency funds to pay for SNAP during the shutdown and want an update from the government this afternoon.
It's very unfortunate that Donald Trump and Republicans have decided to weaponize hunger and withhold SNAP benefits.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says the aid could start flowing again as soon as Wednesday.
There's a process that has to be followed, so we got to figure out what the process is. President Trump wants to make sure that people get their food benefits.
President Trump, in an interview with 60 Minutes, continued to insist Democrats must reopen the government first before Republicans negotiate over health care subsidies.
Sounds like it's not going to get solved, the shutdown.
It's going to get solved, yeah. Oh, it's going to get solved.
How?
We'll get it solved. Eventually, they're going to have to vote.
You're saying the Democrats will capitulate?
I think they have to. And if they don't vote, that's their problem. Now, I happen to agree with something else. I think we should do the nuclear option.
The president also said the Senate should get rid of the filibuster to allow legislation to pass with just a simple majority. Senate Majority Leader John Thune has said he's opposed to that idea. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Right now, Governor Evers is declaring a state of emergency, citing uncertainty around federal food assistance, which impacts about 700,000 people in Wisconsin. In Madison, Mount Zion Baptist Church and the local Divine Nine chapter are hosting their annual food drive, saying donations are needed now more than ever.
She don't know how she's going to make it through this month, and then also next month, looking at that too. It's a lot of struggle, and so we try to do whatever we can.
The help from the community, we will survive, It may be a little tight sometimes, but Dane County will help our people. We've been here, and you can count on us.
The food drive at Mount Zion ends on Sunday, but their food pantry runs 365 days a year. In Monona, St. Stephen's Food Pantry is also looking to help those impacted by food insecurity. Donations of non-perishable food can be made at City Hall, the library, community center, and Maywood School. Items like ketchup, mustard, peanut butter, and canned soups are in high demand. St. Stephen's also accepts fresh and frozen items directly from 8:30 in the morning to 12:30 in the afternoon, Monday through Thursday. For those in need, food assistance is available by appointment. Milton Meals Matter Community Grocery Drive kicks off this Saturday. Families there should pack non-perishable items and place them on their porches by 3 p.m. with the light on. Volunteers will collect donations to support local families there. Those outside city limits can arrange porch pickup or drop off at Milton High School. On Sunday, a drive-through pickup event runs from 1 to 3 p.m. for those who need groceries. You can visit the Milton Meals Matter website for details and how to participate. If you or anyone you know is impacted, there are more resources out there. If you usually receive food share benefits, experts say you should use the money left over on your Quest card for shelf-stable food, frozen meats, and things that can be bought in bulk. If that's not enough and you need to find more resources in your area, call 211. That number will direct you to food assistance near you. Right now, the Goodman Community Center is asking for your help with its Thanksgiving basket drive. This after public registration reached capacity faster than ever. The annual Thanksgiving basket drive provides the fixings for families to make a full Thanksgiving meal at home. Starting November 15th, you can donate the food and money needed to fill 4,000 baskets. One way to help is to set up a food drive. The center has provided grocery lists, posters, and tips to help make this drive successful. Financial donations can be made online at goodmancenter.org/donate. Now, first check of your first warn forecast with meteorologist Jacob Montesano.
Throughout the rest of the afternoon, we're going to see plenty of sunshine, highs in the middle to upper 50s. Pretty good for this time of the year. We are going to be a bit breezy, though, with gusts up around 25 to 30 miles per hour continuing through the afternoon. Calming down overnight, but then once we get to Tuesday, they may pick back up, mainly for Madison and areas to the south. Gusts could be up to 20 miles per hour during this time. And then as we get to Wednesday, we're going to continue to see some breezy conditions. But temperatures are going to remain relatively mild, at least during the daytime. Overnight lows later tonight will drop to near normal levels with lows in the middle 30s. Could drop below freezing again for central Wisconsin. And then tomorrow, although we're going to see a little bit more cloud cover, we actually are going to talk about temperatures a little bit warmer, with some areas possibly getting into the lower 60s, and the average high for this time of year is in the lower 50s. But these mild temperatures won't last forever. I'll talk more about a big cool down and possibly our first snowfall coming up a bit later.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Happening tomorrow, Janesville will host a community conversation on data centers. This will be at the Woodman Sports and Convention Center. Community members are invited to attend to learn more, ask questions, and share input on possible redevelopment of the former GM property. City officials say developers have shown strong interest in building data centers on the site. The meeting is from 5:30 to 7. First warn traffic note for drivers starting today. North 7th Street between East Washington Avenue and Mifflin Street in Madison will be closed for utility work. The area is just a few blocks north of Madison East High School. That road is expected to reopen on Friday. Well, new at noon, AC/DC is coming to Madison next summer for part of its Power Up Tour. The legendary rock band will perform at Camp Randall Stadium on July 19th. The lineup includes Angus Young on lead guitar, vocalist Brian Johnson, rhythm guitarist Stevie Young, drummer Matt Laug, and bass player Chris Chaney. Tickets for the concert will go on sale this Friday morning starting at 10. After losing at home Sunday to the Carolina Panthers, the Packers are now learning that star tight end Tucker Kraft will be out for the rest of the season. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, tests done today confirmed that Kraft tore his ACL during the game. Kraft had been one of Green Bay's top receiving targets for quarterback Jordan Love, including having one of his best games last Sunday against the Steelers. The Packers will now look to Luke Musgrave and John Fitzpatrick to fill Kraft's spot as they prepare to take on the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday Night Football. Still ahead for us on News 3 Now at noon. If you have a question or concern about your plants or garden, now's the time to send us your questions via email to tips@channel3000.com. Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company will join us later in the broadcast with the answers. But first, after the break, why Krispy Kreme is partnering with a Grammy Award winner, plus what films finished on top of the Halloween weekend box office.
No major studio new movie releases this Halloween weekend. The drama Regretting You and horror sequel Black Phone 2 both topped the box office in North America, though with a disappointing $8 million each. The anime feature Chainsaw Man dropped to the third spot with just $6 million. The dwindling earnings capped off a 27-year low for October movie theater sales, with the exception of the pandemic in 2020, according to ComScore. And Krispy Kreme is expanding its menu from 10 to 16 daily full-size donut flavors. Starting today, the chain also has 9 new flavors, including New York cheesecake and Oreo cookies and cream, as well as new seasonal flavors. To mark the new changes, Krispy Kreme is partnering with Grammy Award winner Montel Jordan. He's remade his 30-year-old classic, This Is How We Do It, to This Is How We Does It. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Carissa Lawson.
Here's a look at the stock report at the noon hour. The Dow is down 201 points. NASDAQ is up 166, and the S&P 500 also up this hour, 18. We'll have the farm numbers up next, along with the first warn forecasts, and later on Live at 4, we'll talk with a local screenwriter whose movie made it to #2 on Netflix. Welcome back. We were hoping to check in with Pam Jahnke for the Midwest Farm Report, but we're having some technical difficulties getting her from up north at Pambo. So here are your farm numbers. Time now for your certified most accurate forecast. Here's meteorologist Jacob Montesano.
Taking a look at the 3 things you need to know, we are going to see mild temperatures continue for the next couple of days, a chance of rain later in the week, and then much colder temperatures by this time next week. So for the rest of today, going to continue to see completely sunny skies with those highs in the middle to upper 50s. Pretty good conditions for this time of the year. And then tomorrow, although we'll see a little bit more cloud cover, we're still going to see a lot of sunshine, but temperatures may be even warmer with highs in the lower 60s. And tomorrow also won't be quite as breezy as today. Now, the breezy conditions will pick up for Wednesday as we do see the temperatures drop a little bit. A big reason for that is the breeze will come out of the northwest, which will cool the temperatures down, but they're still going to be above normal. We're still going to see a good amount of sunshine for Wednesday with highs in the middle 50s. More cloud cover for Thursday, and then Thursday night will be our next chance of rain. Now, this system for Thursday night into early Friday, not going to produce a ton of precipitation, just some light to moderate showers moving through our region Thursday night. Some lingering light rain is possible during the day on Friday, but not really going to change the temperatures too much, as highs will be in the lower 50s Thursday and Friday. But the weekend system's a little more interesting. We're going to see more precipitation in general, and we are going to see a big temperature swing from it. So showers, rain showers, I should say, are expected on Saturday. Then Saturday night, as those temperatures cool down, some of that rain could transition into a wintry mix, if not into snowfall. Now, we're not expecting any accumulation, and a lot could still change between now and then, but if we do see snowfall, it's a very good chance this will be our first snow for a lot of southern Wisconsin, and we'll continue to update this forecast accordingly. But to recap all these rain chances, going to stay dry for the next several days. Next chance of rain won't be until Thursday night, but during the day on Thursday and during the day on Friday should be pretty dry. And then Saturday during the day into Saturday night, we are going to see that rain chance increase and could even see some snowfall like I mentioned. That system over the weekend really going to cool those temperatures down as well. We're talking high temperatures only in the upper 30s, and we could see lows in the 20s. So it is going to be noticeably colder this time next week. In fact, the high temperatures Sunday, Monday next week will be colder than some of the low temperatures over the next couple of nights. So definitely get out and enjoy the weather if you can, because we could get to 60 on Tuesday, and these 60-degree days are going to be few and far between. Now, we're going to continue to see some breezy weather throughout the week, especially today, and then again Wednesday through Friday. And then for Sunday, as the temperatures cool down, it also will be breezy, so that wind may make it feel even cooler than it already is.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Sorting paper, glass, and plastic recyclables can be a chore, but imagine what it's like with thousands of tons of material. A new AI tool is helping some recycling plants make the process more efficient, but as Bradley Blackburn explains, they still need your help at home.
At this recycling plant in Berlin, Connecticut, multi-million-dollar machines move in every direction, sorting everything you can imagine.
It moves fast, very quickly. We process up to 50 to 60 tons an hour.
But blink and you might miss game-changing technology. Intelligent eyes closely watching it all.
That box is a supercomputer. It is, yeah.
The red boxes are from a company called Gray Parrot. Entrepreneur Ambarish Mitra believes artificial intelligence combined with high-speed cameras can help solve a massive global waste problem.
Large-scale AI should be used to actually increase efficiency to a level where almost nothing would be a waste. We want to build a world where we see every object as a resource and it can be recovered and it could be back into society.
The AI boxes can identify recyclables based on shape, labeling, and other criteria and warn if something sneaks through. The plant still needs plenty of human workers too, but AI helps maintain the purity of the sorted product, which ultimately helps recycling make money.
If it should notice that something's not right, it'll send us an alert, and we can go and see what's going on to make a change in the system.
Even with technology, it's still an immense and expensive job to sort all this material. And what you do at home matters.
Tips include never putting items like lithium-ion batteries in recycling. They can cause fires here. It also helps to clean and sort your recyclables.
You need to follow the recipe or the instructions that's given by your local recycling coordinator. They'll tell you what should go in and what shouldn't.
Every little bit helps because it clearly adds up. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, Berlin, Connecticut.
Just ahead of noon, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. Email them to tips@channel3000.com. We'll get the answers next. Welcome back. Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. You can email them now to tips@channel3000.com. You got a little glitter on you. You guys are busy decorating?
Well, it's tree lighting day because it's open house week.
Yep.
And so we get all the trees on timers, and that involves a lot of crawling under trees to set timers and make sure everything's all ready for Wednesday.
Doing the tough work.
Yes.
Well, hey, this is a pretty plant.
Yeah, this is a Thanksgiving cactus.
All right.
Often a lot of people call Christmas cactus, all cactuses Christmas cactus. The way you can tell is the leaves have different shapes. And this is kind of an unusual one because we don't often get these peachy, yellowy ones in. So mostly they're pink and red, a little
Nice
bit of
and
orange.
petite, too.
Yeah, and it's a small one. So, yeah, holiday plants are coming in.
It's that time of the year.
It's that time.
All right, let's get to the questions here. Jenny's got a couple of them. She also sent some photos that I showed you right before we came back. She had some pictures of a Brazilian jasmine she bought a month ago. What should she do to keep it alive in the winter and prevent bugs?
So, Jenny, I did not know Brazilian jasmine was a common name for mandevilla, which is a common tropical plant that a lot of people get in the summer. And so what you're going to want to do with that is make sure it's in a bright window, and you can keep it evenly moist, or you can let it go into dormancy by putting it in a darker spot. If you want to keep it going, I would say bright sunny window. Don't be surprised that it might lose a few leaves if it's spent the summer outdoors. And then she also had a question about peace lily.
Yes, how do you care for that?
Peace lily, bright indirect light, so not with sun directly on the leaves. You want to keep that evenly moist but not soggy. And be sure that for the peace lily, they do a little bit better if you use distilled or filtered water.
Okay. All right. Questions 2 come from Linda. Linda says she has a large unopened bag of peat moss that has been in storage for a few years. It must have gotten wet at some point and is now very heavy. Might this still be okay to use in her yard and garden? If not, do you have an idea of how she can dispose of it?
You can certainly put it in an area where maybe you need a little bit of your soil to break up your soil a little bit. Otherwise, just dump it out in your yard someplace and rake it out, and it will decompose enough by spring that you won't have to. It won't cause any trouble. You don't need to find any place to get rid of it. Just use your garden.
There you go.
Yeah.
Question 3 comes from Tammy. Tammy also sent us some photos, which are very, very helpful, we'll add.
Yes.
She sent us photos of a Honeygold and Honeycrisp apple. She wants to know why there are dark streaks and spots on them.
So based on looking at the spots without cutting the apples open, it looks like there's some, looks like a little bit of bruising, like maybe they were handled, squirrels or something. But those darker spots look like you might have had apple scab, or that you might have also had, there's an insect pest, which is a fly. It lays little eggs in the apple, and as they tunnel out, it creates those wounds. I would say that your apples are probably due for a spray schedule. And so you can leave them alone for now. Make sure that you clean up any of the old fruit and leaves that are hanging around this fall, and then come and see us, I would say end of March, and talk to us about a spray schedule to keep those the flies away from them.
Important. You want that.
Yeah.
Well, hey, what a crazy time of the year. I can't believe we're already into November.
I know, it's nuts. But it looks so beautiful this morning. The sun came out, the light was kind of gold, the leaves are starting to color up, the sky was super blue.
Yes.
It was beautiful.
It was like cotton candy sky last night for the sunset, too.
Yes,
it was so pretty.
It was really beautiful this morning.
A lot to look forward to this time of the year. All right, Lisa, thank you for your help today. We appreciate it. And now let's go to Jacob for a final check of your first warn forecast.
Over the next 10 days, we're going to see mild temperatures through the end of the week, end of the work week, I should point out. Then cooler for Saturday, much cooler early next week. And as far as rainfall goes, not going to see any until Thursday night. Saturday will feature some rain, possibly some snow Saturday night as the temperatures cool down. And as you can see, very cold temperatures to start next week. Highs in the 30s, lows in the 20s.
And with November comes the cold and snow chances. We knew it was coming. All right, thanks for watching News Street Now Noon. Coming up next is The Bold and the Beautiful. Our next newscast is live at 4. And a reminder, you can always find us streaming 24/7 on Channel 3000+. Make it a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.